Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Sith Dominion podcast. This is your host, Dr. Dana Martin. With me tonight, we have the one, the only Cam, the
Yes,
one,
sir.
the only Debbie, the nope, no Zane, and apparently no Andrew, my backup. He said he had a cough. I think he just didn't want to be on the show, and that's okay.
No, he's been sick. He was sick yesterday. He wasn't on MCU Monday, and he was sick Sunday because he wasn't on Cam and Focus.
Okay, well then now I feel terrible. Get well,
feeling
Andrew.
better, brother. Get the feeling
Yeah.
better, brother.
Absolutely.
But he says I talked to him today, and he said he's feeling better.
That's
Nice.
good. That's good. Does he need some chicken soup?
We told him that's what he needed: chicken soup and stay in
Some
bed.
goldfish. You put your little goldfish swimming in the chicken soup, Andrew. Aw. Okay, someone call Jason's Deli and get that guy some tomato soup stat. Oh, he's on. Yeah, Debbie. Thank you for backing me up. Oh. Hello there.
Hello there.
Star Wars Ned. Hello there. Oh, that was me, Kenobi. Spooky Jawa on the show. What's up? Good to see you. And we have, yes, Andrew. I hope he didn't hear what I was saying. But if we get a picture
It was
of
bad.
chicken soup and some freaking goldfish floating in it, I'm posting that in this show right now because that would be amazing. All right. Feel better, my friend. My mom gave, of course, my mom gave me, that is so adorable.
I wish Dana would make me a chicken and cream soup. I wish he'd
You
make
make
me
your own damn
I wish,
chicken soup.
I wish he'd make me a steak, honestly. It's not like we live so close together now.
It's not like you ain't ever had a steak at my house before.
This is true. I mean, to be fair, I probably couldn't afford to live in Dana's neighborhood, so I'm
This guy with this again.
I'm a little
Oh
bit
my
further. I'm a little bit further down the road from him.
You'll
so I'm not in
know
that
how
neighborhood.
bad things are when you start seeing these guys disappear. Okay, that's your gauge. How are we doing financially? Well, looks like his. Because those folks, except for the one I built at Disney at the shop, whatever, the other two are master replicas from like 25 years ago. The first kind of, oh my god, these are like prop style, yeah, and they're, yeah, you'll see those disappear just to make my mortgage. All right, what do we got? What? Honestly, whatever he said doesn't surprise me. I was just talking about you needing some chicken soup from make you feel better and some Vicks on your chest. Okay. I am in rare form tonight, folks. Be careful.
Doc's fired up.
What?
Doc's fired up.
Well, I wouldn't say fired up.
He's fired up.
This segment tonight is sponsored by Jameson Black Barrel. If you're listening, Jameson, and you have an extra Black Barrel, send it my way. All right. I got all excited today, as did about 78% of the fandom. We have not talked about this name in 2 weeks, so I'm going to bring it up. I heard a nasty rumor. Debbie joined. Oh, about Kathleen Kennedy retiring. And
spoilers. Sorry.
Apparently, I had this whole like, hey, co-pilot, help me say this, but in a way that's PG-13 to express my excitement and my disdain for what has happened. And you know what happened? Debbie burst my bubble. Apparently, maybe she's not retiring. Now you can put that up and tell me, what does it say?
All right.
I can't read this.
I got you, brother. Rumors that Lucasfilm's longtime president may be leaving Disney have swirled for quite some time, but reports that Kathleen Kennedy will retire at the end of her contract may be jumping the gun. I think she's 71.
Yep.
Adrenochrome. Oh, sorry.
Basically, it's not official, just reports, maybe false and misinformation. But we love misinformation on the Sith Dominion, do we not, Dana?
Uh-huh. Totally.
We love misinformation.
For entertainment purposes only.
Bro,
I don't know, man. I had said right before we went live, I think this maybe is a send out the feelers, let's see what the chatter has to say. Because a rumor like this will bounce stock in a matter of minutes. So the question becomes, and I don't know, I didn't look it up, and my
I'll
God.
look.
All right. Did it change today? And if it did, how much? I'm not saying that that's something that Disney would do to manipulate and figure out what decisions they need to make, but I mean, makes sense to me. 71. Yes, Pijawa. What? She's 71?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
It
Hell
was
yeah.
it dipped about $1, I guess, when the news broke, but it's been mostly flat today.
All right. Well, then I'm just full of shit.
Damn it! That means she's not leaving.
Yeah, I think if there was truth to that, we would have seen a significant change in some way. That's what happens when CEOs and people of high-ranking power and decision-making leave organizations or an announcement's made. A lot of times they don't make the announcement that they will retire. It's this person in the case of Iger. Iger's stepping back in right now, and what's his name's going to be just a consultant on the side and keep getting paid, right? I mean, that's how this shit works. Dark side of the force. The dark side of the force is a pathway to many abilities some consider to be unnatural.
Disney's gonna buy Fubo? What?
What?
I was scrolling through the stock thing on Apple and just saw one of these.
All right, so
Interesting.
Bubble Burst.
Dana
KK.
But I have something else to share.
What? You're gonna get me
Because
outside.
it is so beautiful. There it is.
We've seen your cat.
No, not Chewy.
Oh, yes. Yes. That is newsworthy right there. Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, April 20 what? 20 something?
April 25th.
25th.
I
April
want
25th.
that poster. I want it.
Yes. Those of you out there listening in Pod World or watching right now, Debbie stated that she wants this specific movie poster. Whatever you can do.
Hey,
Yes.
Debbie, give the world your address. What's your no? Don't do that.
everyone spam
Not
a
yet.
shirt in chat and make Dana buy all this posters for all the Sith
No.
Dominion hosts so he can write it off. Spam shirt in
Nope.
chat.
No,
Spam it.
I'm doing taxes right now, and I'm like, oh my god, what an idiot.
Yeah,
Like-
next year, bro. Come on.
What? Yeah, I could write it off, but man, that was fun. Did we talk about Andor? Not yet. I will run that trailer here in a bit after the show or towards the end of the show. I'm excited about that too, Andor, to the point that after next week's show, when you guys are running the show and I'm just the co-host, the next series we're gonna do chunks of Andor to try to get through it. I was rewatching Rogue One today also. I know, right? I just have this on in the background. It's my life. And I'm about midway through, and I got like there was a moment that felt so Star Warsy, and there were no lightsabers or use of the Force. And it was when we first really see what he does to the stormtroopers. And yes, it's funny when he gets the hood and he's like, "Are you kidding me? I'm blind." But seeing that him being confident, yes, and in himself, but he was confident in the Force. I am one with the Force. The Force is like you. He doesn't. It's not. It didn't feel for show. So my hats off to the director. My hats off to the writing. My hats off to the acting. It was that scene alone connected me back to Star Wars in a very good way.
Whoa.
Or
Hot take.
no!
Hot take here, Star Wars nerd.
No.
All right, we need 5 bullet points. What don't you like?
5 bullet points. So I can't wait to watch that. And I realized we've talked about Rogue One a lot, but we've never like talked about Rogue One. And that'd be a fun show too. So I think we've got some Andor Rogue One kind of stuff over the next few weeks. After our very special episode next week, which I'm looking forward to. And I keep reiterating that if we don't have any content for that show, ultimately it's my responsibility. I am Kathleen Kennedy. And if it sucks that day, I am Kathleen Kennedy and it's my responsibility, but it's really Cam and Debbie's. So
What? I'm calling out. I gotta
6 episodes in and fell asleep. Okay. Look, listen. In all fairness,
brother.
Star Wars nerd, in all fairness, I will side with you that yes, the character build, the story is deep and long, and it's not that came out wrong. It's not what you initially feel, but it feels gritty in an underbelly Star Wars kind of way. And then
It's a
we get to
slow
see
burn.
it is, and we get to see so much. I'm not trying to convince you. I'm just why I like it. We get to see so much of that, the internal happenings and goings ons of Empire, of the rebellion, the very beginnings of some of that. I dig it, and of course I love what's her name, Mon Mothma. I love that actress. She's amazing.
Does a
I
great
love
job.
this. I love the story with see, this is why I got to rewatch Andor. I can't remember the blonde chick's name.
Deidre.
Deidre, thank you.
Or Dedra.
That whole story with her and the dude,
Cyril.
like cereal eater. Yeah. Cereal eater. I thought I thought they did that on purpose. Like he's sitting there eating cereal with his mama, and his name is what?
Cyril.
Thank you. Did you not?
Syril. Cyril.
Yeah. Yep. What you doing, cereal? Eating cereal? Sorry. I know. It's okay. We can go ahead and jump in to a little of this now. Then we'll shuffle it up since we're already on Andor. I'll pull up the thing. So what is it about Andor? Just one sentence that you liked, Cam. One. This is it. This is Andor for me. What is that?
Very well produced. Felt like Blade Runner meets Star Wars.
Ooh. I didn't consider that's very similar storytelling. That's damn, dude.
Yeah, that whole first episode when he on the rainy planet going to the bar to find his sister. Is that second episode?
Yeah.
It's one of those episodes where that just felt like watching Blade Runner, honestly.
That's badass. Here we go. Season 2. After we hear from Debbie. Your one sentence, Andor. Why is that a good show for you?
I kind of like the slow burns because, I'm a hermit. I stay home. I watch TV all the time. So I like the spy espionage, whatever. You know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Just the show is gritty. You don't know what's going on, and I just like that. I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
That was more than a sentence, but sue me. I'm old, okay? I ramble.
So Palpatine, no secret, that's my guy. Like I've always loved him. I've always loved the high thinking, the strategizing. I've loved the laying it all out in advance, like being prepared for everything and working your ass off to make sure you covered your ass. He was the Sith architect. So amazing. When I watch the original films, I get the sense of his awesomeness in that aspect. He was able to become the emperor without himself being a Revan or a Nihilus or someone of this nature, right? What was he? He was the slow burn from the inside. Well, but what did that actually look like? And in the prequels, we got a little bit of that, right? We got to see him in his politics and getting himself shoehorned into the right place at the right time, et cetera, et cetera. Andor provides us an extensive view of that treatment, of the inner workings of both sides during this time, so that when we get to Rogue One, rebellions are built on hope. We understand what that really, really means. When we get to Rogue One, we understand you just joined this. This has been my life. You understand what Diego Luna means, or sorry, what's Cassius means by that. You know, at the time you're watching it, it's like, yeah, that dude's rough. Like, he's hard. He went through some shit. Oh my God, so far he's gone through some shit. And of course, he's turned into who he's becoming, or he's turning into who we saw him at Rogue One. So that was a lot more than one sentence also.
And also it shows that the rebellion wasn't quite as innocent.
Oh my gosh,
in
the
their
Saw
doings.
yes. And can we agree that bringing Saw into the other shows was extremely important to his then development? Now you understand who this dude is. And this is where Filoni gets to tie all this shit in together and was able to sorry, I'll shut up. Here we go. Let's just watch this trailer.
Shut up.
Oh,
I
did you have something?
I think you're
Nope.
giving Filoni too much credit there, brother.
Oh.
That's Tony
Here we go.
Gilroy for you right there.
We're in a war. You want to fight? Or you want to win?
Shoot him.
Last night I had a dream that the world had turned.
I don't see our review
All our
on here.
hopes had come to be. The revolution starts now.
What a swell party this is.
God, I mean,
I'm so glad he's back for this.
The revolution starts now. Yeah, the revolution starts
Came to.
Remember this moment.
is that an high intercept?
You're here, you're right here, and you're ready to fight.
Love that little smirk.
3 episodes dropping each week. Isn't that great, Debbie?
I probably will not be on this show for.
Yeah, Debbie's out for Tuesdays. We're really just gonna
I
have
just
to
need
hold
to
it down.
say that's the first time I've seen that.
Really?
I have not seen it.
Same, actually. That's first time seeing it as well.
Why is this not? Why are we on? Why aren't they just playing this? We won't do a show. We just watch that.
I'm game.
Just kidding.
Debbie'd be game. I'll go to bed.
Debbie won't want to talk about it after. She'll be like, it's 11 at night, my time. I can't.
Well, depending on how long the episodes are, I mean, because if they're anywhere near, if each episode is an hour long, I'm up till midnight watching, and I will not be on this show. Y'all going to have to just do without me, which,
man,
yeah, I don't like the music.
you didn't.
I like the song, but not for Star Wars. And I know they just did it for the trailer. It's not going to be in the series, but it just takes me out every single time. They did the same thing with Star Trek Beyond, the Kelvin timeline. And they played
Sabotage.
Beastie Boys.
Sabotage.
Totally took me out of the movie.
Yep.
And that's a movie I watch once in a while, not very often because of that, because it just takes me right out of the Star Trek universe, you know.
Mhm.
So I don't know. That's just me.
No, I felt the same way when I saw the Superman trailer, Debbie. Like the whole, like I get it's still the Superman score, but it's like hard rock, like electro guitar.
Top Gun.
Yeah, it just kind of took me out. But
Now, see, that didn't because it was still the theme.
I guess it just kind of took me out.
And I don't, again, are they going to use it in the movie?
If there's one thing he makes a change post production, I hope that would be one.
I don't know who the hell on the show with. What the fuck? That was badass. That music set to that score. That was for me. I
For
loved
what,
it.
Superman?
It made me stand up and get all excited. Like, woo.
For Superman?
I haven't seen the Superman one. Superman does
Oh.
zero for me anymore. Like I lost interest when they're like flip flopping Supermans every every movie is a different Superman. Like, how can I? Whatever. And it's because I grew up with one Superman. So until he was cracking open babies for T cells or something, I don't know, in the South Park.
Jeff Bezos and the Amazon crew, if y'all don't make Henry Cavill James Bond, we won't be in the theater.
Oh my gosh. Is he up for being James Bond, or is that just
they shouldn't even hold any casting, whatever. They go, how much money you want, brother? What you want?
Well, it depends on, he's working on Warhammer and he's working on Highlander.
Oh my god. Are you serious? They're redoing Highlander? Or are they just doing another Highlander?
I don't know if they're redoing it or if this is just a new story. But I'm pretty sure it's Highlander. I could be wrong. But yeah, I would love to see Henry as James Bond. And actually there is I think it was an audition tape he did. I don't know, you look pretty young, so that he did for James Bond. That's floating around the internet.
Well, he made a dang good spy in that movie about the chick writing the book, and it was the guy that just came out last year, I think, or year before. No, the movie about the girl with the guy and the thing.
Yeah, that really narrows.
God,
it down.
Tonight I'm off, guys. Sorry. What's his name? Henry Cavill.
Yeah.
Lock in.
I know. I can't lock in tonight at all. First movie you ever saw him in?
Superman.
Yeah, same.
And then I found him on a TV series. Shit. It was about Henry VIII. And he played one of the guys in the court or whatever. Very young Henry.
He was the little kid in Count of Monte Cristo. He was the son of James Caviezel.
Really?
Yeah, Jim Caviezel. Argyle. He was the spy in Argyle.
I haven't watched that yet. Well, I heard he wasn't even in it very much. Yes, no, maybe.
Like 25%. I mean, he's like in it a bit. I mean, we enjoyed it.
But yeah, I in anything I've seen him in, I've liked.
Yeah.
And I could listen to him talk, read the phone book.
Oh, Lord.
Just sit there and read the phone book.
That's not where I was going with that, but okay.
Do they still make those?
Phone books?
Yeah.
I haven't had one beat my door in a while. Wait, I have phone books here.
Yeah, we get one for our small community here. It's maybe about that thick. It's not like the big ones we used to get.
God, I know. Could rip a phone book in half. All right. So Andor season 2, when does that hit?
April 20.
April?
Oh, 22nd.
Yeah,
April
it's
22nd?
Yeah, 3 episodes each week because there's a 1 year time
Wait, is
jump
that
in between every 3 episodes.
and is it really when we're
On Tuesdays. I haven't heard what time.
You know what we can do? We'll
I'm
have
gonna
our
be pissed
show.
if it comes out in the mornings because I'm gonna have to get up at 2:00 in the morning to watch it.
We'll do our show, and then we'll go for only an hour, and then we'll jump into Watch Party and watch the episodes. No?
I'm
Okay,
game.
we should just do watch parties. We'll just go to Discord and do watch parties, and then we'll whatever. I don't know. We'll figure it out because I love the idea of a watch party. It would be fun, and I like doing that, even though it's only a handful of us in after the shows.
And then Marvel, Daredevil.
That's next week.
Yeah, that's next week, and that's also on Tuesdays.
So what do I need to watch so that I can watch Daredevil, the new season or whatever? Like, what should I catch up on? Just the Daredevil last season?
Probably the Punisher too.
Punisher, like with Shane?
No,
No.
the John Barenthal.
Yeah, that's what I said. Shane. I couldn't
Oh.
remember his name. John Barenthal. Shane from Walking Dead. Yeah.
You'd probably be okay with just the Netflix series.
Okay.
It would give you enough because this is a continuation of the Netflix series. So just watching.
So if I've seen the John Barenthal Punisher, I can watch this first season of Daredevil on Netflix and then be caught up for this.
No, you need to watch season 1, 2, and 3.
Whoa. 3. There's 3 this is the 4th season?
Well, it's
I'm out.
I mean, basically, yeah.
All right. So it'll be another year before I try to do this again then, because
you gotta lock in, bro. Hey, here's an option, Dana. So I know it's not Debbie's favorite person, but Star Wars Theory live streams watching the episodes, and he has a little timer up at the top and tells chat, all right, chat, 1, 2, 3, boom. And they're all watching the episodes together. And you get to see his reaction and stuff. So
there is no reaction. That's what I don't get. Why is this so popular? Because he doesn't say jack shit. Once in a while he might laugh. But it's just him sitting there with his headphones on.
That's not our watch parties. Debbie, you haven't been to our watch parties. Our watch parties, we start out, we'll watch, we pause, and we laugh, like, are you kidding me? Did that shit just happen? Blah, blah, da. And then we're 10 minutes left, and Cam's like, can we just fucking play Rivals or something? So, okay, yeah. So we'll
damn straight, baby.
By that time, Zane's back on. He's like, hey guys, let's play some game. Oh, you missed the show, but you're here for game night. Okay. Yeah, that's
our lore master.
Just look me up, Vaderade, Vaderayd, Vaderade. I don't know what my code is. I don't care. Awesome. So yeah, Andor will catch up on in the next few episodes, or the next few of our episodes, minus episode 71. And just want to point this out before we get into the meat of this episode. This is episode 70. Super excited, thankful, happy. We did 40 plus episodes over on the GNN network, and then tried to do this on our own. And so far, we're 30 plus episodes in, and we're still gaining some people watching. So thank you for watching, and thank you for the engagement. Honestly, if there's only 4 or 5 people here every time that we do this, and we can have chats like this and have fun, that's what it's all about. So
Dana still gets to write off things, and we love that.
Yeah. You know what the question was I had to answer today?
Huh.
So you haven't turned a profit yet. What's your business again?
Hey, man, quit giving the feds ammo. That don't matter to them.
That's okay. You know what? By this time next year, there won't be income tax. So whatever.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
property tax too. Come on, Trump. Let's go, brother.
Unconstitutional, but that's another episode.
Yeah, property tax. I wouldn't mind getting rid of that. It's
Yeah,
every
good
year. And I don't
Lord.
do anything different. But every
Just-
year it's gone up. I mean,
It's easy, man.
I
Look,
think
sales tax, if you make more, you buy more. That's just in the nature of us. You pay more taxes the more you spend. Like, it's just simple. And like, do y'all do state income tax, or do y'all do any sort? Y'all do state income tax there?
Oh,
We do just sales tax, and it's like a straight 8%, whatever. And
but our property taxes are outrageous.
right, our property taxes are crazy.
That's where they get us. We're pretty much breaking even at that point. Like,
it's true.
mine was 1,800 this year for property tax, or 1,900.
I'm not even gonna say. I'm not even gonna say.
yeah, Dana lives in that expensive ass neighborhood. There ain't
It
no
is
telling.
not.
Actually, I can literally find what Dana's property tax is right now. Let's go. Let's see what this brother's getting taxed on.
All right, so episode 17, season 3 of Clone Wars. We had the Mortis Arc, and this is the closeout of it. I did a video today that was inspired
God,
by that.
holy!
Just don't look. That's not what I paid for that house. Okay, what I paid for this house is way less than what that's saying. It's
Oh
worth.
my!
Just
Oh my
leave it.
gosh,
Leave it.
bro!
Leave it. This is how stupid our system is here. Okay, just
Then you got a cheap tax rate too, honestly. But you're still kidding. Woo!
imagine this house in Austin. The house
God.
we paid about that in taxes, almost that in taxes, not quite, on a house that was almost 1,000 square feet, or probably 700 square feet less, and the yard was not a quarter acre. It was like I could pee to my fence off my back patio. Not that I ever did. Just
Right.
All right. Want to talk about this Sith Dominion video from earlier today because it is relevant to what we're going to talk about. Maybe, if I can. Are we good?
He's got to
No.
operate.
Not screen share. I don't know who was posting on behalf of Sith Dominion, but thank you. Those were some cool little posts. Was that you, Debbie? Or was that
Me.
Zane? Last week there was a couple of posts.
Oh, that was me.
All right, thank you. I shared them. Okay, here we go. Can y'all hear anything?
No.
No, sir.
You know why?
No audio.
Yeah, no audio. What a dolt.
Anakin Skywalker was always the chosen one. Long before the galaxy knew his name, his destiny remained even when he slipped from grace into the darkest shadows. His missteps, failures, and every trial he endured sharpened him for the ultimate act of redemption, defeating the Emperor and restoring balance. Like Anakin, our mistakes don't erase our potential, they refine it. Each stumble can be the lesson that molds us for the moment we rise. It may not be straightforward. We might doubt ourselves when we fail or let fear distract us from our course. But if there's one thing Anakin's life teaches us, destiny is not lost with every error, it's forged by how we choose to stand back up. Embrace your flaws, learn from each fall, and trust that your path prepares you for your defining triumph.
I hate that picture. All right. So what is cool about this episode to me, and what kind of inspired this, was that Anakin gets tested and is shown his future. He's shown the pain and the people that he hurts and kills and whatever else. And his decision then was to fall in with the brother, or excuse me, the son or brother, and go all in the dark side because he felt that was the only way to protect everyone else he saw die by going ahead and doing this now instead of later. And so when we look at this Mortis arc and we hear the chosen one, and he is the chosen one, he's got to be the chosen one. That's why he was brought to Mortis, and he has to believe he's the chosen one. And but is the chosen one really the chosen one if he goes down a path of darkness? And we've talked a lot about redemption, and I think this is a good preface, right, to what is to come in Anakin's life. But it also, I think, shows that, yeah, there's going to be some monument marks in your life that maybe you aren't going to be able to avoid, that are clearly mistakes in those moments. And clearly, people lose their life in Darth Vader's mistakes or evil doings. But all of those things prepared him for the moment where he destroyed the Emperor. And whether he sees it and lives with that memory or whether it's erased by the father, I don't feel it's. I think either way, what was going to happen in him becoming Darth Vader had to happen. So I want to know y'all's thoughts on all this little stuff here. Do you feel that all of that stuff still had to happen and transpire for him to ultimately bring balance by killing the Emperor? Or maybe some of that stuff wasn't significant and it didn't matter because his destiny was whatever happens, he's supposed to do this. Is there meaning to the failures? Because
Damn, that's
otherwise,
deep.
go ahead.
So that's deep. I'm thinking.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm too old for this shit.
Damn, Dana's
It's been
all
a
in this
long
mood
day.
tonight.
Come on.
Hey, what happened to the light show? Shit. I mean, honestly, this show was very much lacking the side joke jars and barbs at each other that is normally in the Clone Wars. This was a very serious episode, and I feel silly kind of talking like this about a cartoon, right? But it's so much more than that. I mean, it spawned this video that I was thinking, like, this is, if he's the chosen one, and if we're chosen, you know, in some sort of weird destiny or whatever, we have our end goals in our life, whatever that ends up being. Well, we know just our experiences create us and develop us and make us who we are. But he killed so many damn people. Like, how is it that he is the chosen one? And even Lucas states through those times he was still the chosen one. So I look at, you know, Cam jokes about my house or whatever. Like, I look at where I'm at, and there was plenty of mistakes that led to me making correct decisions, right? To be in the position I am. And you'll start watching those guys leave very shortly because I've overextended. Just kidding. The point is, right? Like, so what if you know? Isn't that the point? We're supposed to be able to know the end, at least to be able to plan, right? I have a vision for my life, for my family. What does that look like? How do I get there? Well, all you did here for poor Anakin was destroy him prematurely. I don't know. I thought this maybe it hit me a hell of a lot harder than it hits others. But
Well, when I was watching it and I was thinking as he joins the sun, I'm just like, you know, would things had been different, you know, would he have saved the galaxy, eventually saved the galaxy, just not like the way we know it. But you know, I don't know if he's teaming up with the sun I don't think it would have ended well at all. I think a lot more people would have died if he and the son had gotten off Mortis and ruled the galaxy. Because it was kind of weird. And God bless Sam Witwer. I love him. Uh in the son's little speech that he was giving and trying to convince Anakin to join him, he kind of sounded like Anakin when he finally
Yes.
goes to the dark side. I mean, just the speech was a little different, but the feeling was there. And I was just like, holy shit, he sounds just like Anakin. When he's about to go against Obi-Wan.
Yes.
You know, he it's just that same, we will rule the galaxy, and Anakin goes, and we will bring peace.
Yes. That's the clip I'm frantically searching for.
And I'm like, they're one and the same. The son and Anakin. But I think it would have ended much, much, much worse if that would have continued on between him and the son.
You think they're able to beat Sidious if they get off of Mortis? Both of
Oh.
them?
I don't know. Well, the son's pretty powerful, so
Mm-hmm.
there is a possibility. And
I
who's
see.
worse, the son or Sidious?
I think
Here's a
knowledge
picture for
in
ya.
the Force, in the dark, knowledge in the dark side of the Force, that was something that Palpatine committed to. Like, this was his. He hoarded artifacts and knowledge, holocrons.
But this
The
guy can
son-
change shapes.
Eh,
And I don't know if that's just limited to the planet or if he can do that.
that's true. There was reference many times. This place has the Force. This place has the Force. So what happens when he's removed from the place? Certainly, that was a fear that the father had. But what really happens? How much power does he take with him? Does he leave?
Mhm.
I
That's
mean,
something to think about.
Mortis is pretty full of the Force. I mean, I guess pre Obi-Wan show, that was. I mean, the fact that the only reason Qui-Gon was able to show up as a Force ghost was because they were on Mortis, considering he didn't complete his training at the time. But I don't know, because I mean, what happens if the son gets a hold of Sidious? Right? Can he?
Or does he bring Sidious into it?
Mhm.
Oh,
All three of us will rule the galaxy.
Sith, you little peasant! Like he.
Yeah. I mean, would Sidious want that?
Oh, probably not, because he wants the galaxy all to himself.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. All right.
Would he use the son and Anakin? Oh, hell yeah. To get, if it's going to get him what he wants sooner, yeah. Especially as far as, transferring his essence so he can live forever.
Oh,
Dude,
we
I'm
may
out of
have
this one.
just skirted disaster. Because, yeah, him seeing some young that Anakin is already beholden to. Oh, I didn't even think of that.
Yeah, because if one dies, if Anakin dies prematurely, well, he still has the son. Makes no difference.
And at last we shall have peace.
How? The future, by its nature, can be changed. Join me, and together we will destroy this emperor you see in your visions. Then we shall end war, corruption, and suffering throughout the galaxy. Will we bring peace? Of course.
Why?
Of course.
Why is he fixated on peace? What does he mean by peace? I need to know what you guys think because I'm confused at why Anakin continues to preach peace while striking down younglings. What is his peace? What does he define that
Padme.
as?
Padme.
He kills. I mean, he kills the younglings too because Sidious tells him. Because if he listens to Sidious, he can further. He can further his goal of attaining this power to save Padme.
So
Which is
his
why,
peace is
Would-
not what let's stop war. It's
Yeah.
more his peace with making sure Padme lives.
Well, I mean, you could look at it both way. If there's peace, there's no need for the Jedi to be running off and gallivanting and all this other shit. He can still be a Jedi and be with Padme more often. You know.
Yeah, because we see what happens when that happens. They end up with a kid or two. But I guess, maybe there's some look, he had some like uncomfortableness with Obi-Wan and Padme. That was underlying, that was there. It was cool to watch his little jealous streaks. Maybe there's some like if we have peace, then I'm not off doing missions or whatever, and Obi-Wan's not tending whatever. So
Tending to my wife.
but I'm not trying to be, weird or whatever about Obi-Wan, but that was a real concern for Anakin.
Yeah, in his paranoia.
Yeah.
There was nothing there between Padme and
Yeah, it was just
and Obi-Wan. I mean, it was suggested at times, but I'm just like, no.
Hello.
Yeah. Who have we here?
It's interesting that even here, like it was written in this way to suggest that Anakin was concerned with peace. It wasn't just the conquer, right? And honestly, I never saw bloodlust in his eyes or whatever, even when he was seething and gonna kill Obi-Wan or whatever. Like
no,
that's
he
not
no. When he
Think
killed the
so?
separatists on Mustafar, considering it's the first time we see him with Sith eyes, I think that was the first time he actually felt bloodlust. So
he felt they had it coming, right? Like it's their fault all these folks have been dying. Yeah.
mhm.
And we just cut the head off the snake. And he got his palate wet with that, killing Dooku.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Because he immediately regrets it, or like not regrets it, but it was me like, why did I just do that? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not the Jedi way.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing when he sees Padme, all that goes away. Like there's a moment where he's like, nothing else matters. And listen, if you can find yourself a significant other that with just eye contact, everything else freaking melts away for a moment, bless you. That is very special to have that sort of a connection with someone. And I feel like Anakin truly loved Padme, but it became obsessive and compulsive, and he made some really bad decisions. Clearly,
Well, because he didn't want to lose her, man. He lost everybody else. He lost Qui-Gon, lost his mom. I mean, I guess we could throw Ahsoka in there, even though she's never mentioned in the movie. I mean,
well, and he
Well,
loses Obi-Wan because in his mind, Obi-Wan's a traitor, or
mhm.
she and convinced Padme to turn him in or whatever, some bullshit. So yeah, you're right. He has nothing but her in that moment.
Yeah, that's why in the Vader comic, when Boba Fett tells him the last name of the boy from Tatooine, I always like the TikTok clips when they play that, and just you can. There's no villain quite like Vader with a mask, where you can just feel the emotion through the mask, even whether it's through a image or video or movie, or I mean, you just feel what's going on in his head in that moment when they focus in on the mask.
Why? Why do we know Darth Vader so well? Did they write him good? Do they continue to build on this character well? I mean,
Mhm.
you just said in a comic, I can look at his mask and know how he's feeling, but it's just a blank mask.
Yeah.
But the Georgian crew have done an amazing job over 40 years to develop this character, and here we are still talking about this character.
I don't think there's any. Probably the best Vader scene for me is when the Imperial officer and the stormtroopers turn Luke over to him before they go up to the second Death Star. I think that is probably the best Vader scene for me personally.
Take it easy, Spooky Jawa. Thanks for joining us tonight.
See you, Jawa.
Yeah, man. There was a bit of fear in the, like, he would just walk in and people were afraid, yes, but it was like a respectful fear, if you know what I mean. It wasn't like, oh, he's gonna choke me every time. No, it was the dude knows what he's doing, he knows what he's talking about, and if you don't do what you're supposed to told, you're going to be choked. Like, that was like third or fourth down the list. They respected Vader as a tactician, as strategist, as a hunter, as a dramatic riding a TIE fighter in intrigue guy. He just does it all.
Well, and too, I mean, you got to think with how Tarkin was running things too. The way, I mean, we've all worked in offices before. I mean, when the head of the ship makes the person that's all fearing or whatever, you know, when they could make someone that other people think is influential kind of bend the knee to that person, you know, I think Tarkin did a great job of really kind of keeping Vader in check, and maybe that's why other people didn't.
Did you guys read that Tarkin book? I think it was James Luceno.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good book.
Good book.
And I loved how it developed that too. Like, it really shows the trust that Palpatine had in him.
Mm-hmm.
I was about to say Veers, not General Veers. Tarkin. Veers in his own right was badass, so I'll give him that. Yeah, man. That's always been my point in what occurred in the First Order, that it wasn't like that at all. You know, you had someone that walked in a room and everyone gave this reverence and fear, as opposed to Kylo Ren walking in the room and it was just, oh shit, don't throw a temper tantrum and me be in the way. And that's two totally different things.
That guy in Episode 9, what was his name? It's the guy that kills Hux in Episode 9. I liked him. He would have been a good one to have.
Oh, Pride.
Yeah, I liked him. He was good.
His standing on the bridge as they're like in defiance was, oh my god, yes, that's how I want to go out. Like, I don't want to go out, period, but if I do, that's how I want to go out. Let's talk about some imagery here in this episode, right? I mean, we know what they're replicating
Anakin,
here.
Are you all right? There has been a change of plan.
You're going to need to write that later.
You will not understand what I have to do to end the Clone War. You will try to stop me.
Really just snuck up on him there. That was kind of crazy.
That was pretty crappy.
Yeah.
So Vader wouldn't have done that. Palpatine wouldn't have done that. This is why I say no. I think this guy's little smarmy. He's just young and he doesn't get it. The son, he doesn't get it. Palpatine gets it. Palpatine will wipe the floor with this little turd.
I'm sorry. I have seen that it is the Jedi who will stand in the way of peace.
He's mine now.
Oh, dude. Again, just, they did that on purpose to kind of tie all that in, and the imagery of Mustafar / the dark place or whatever they called it here, and
Dark well.
the dark well. Thank you. How did you feel, Debbie, about the same? That was just kind of reflection of what's to come.
Oh yeah, I mean, talk about your foreshadowing. Yeah.
Yeah. Why does he look like the Grand Inquisitor?
He does. I think I said that in the
You did.
first one. Yeah,
You
okay.
did. But he's not Umbarian or whatever. I'm confused. So then I start thinking, and I didn't do any research because I don't. I swear I was like, well, maybe there's something special about the markings, and this is some sort of leader marker of whatever. But then it's like, no, because the father created the son and the daughter, right? Do we know where they came from?
Remains to be seen.
Um,
Maybe they have a mom somewhere.
They do.
Abeloth.
Can't imagine
Abeloth.
who
Abeloth.
she'd be.
Or who she was before she became Abeloth.
Yeah. Man,
I can't wait to watch Ahsoka beat Abeloth.
I'm telling you, man, this is we don't know for sure, but we are making some assumptions based on how all that shit was going down. And at the end here, this is totally like the end of freaking what. Here we go. Of Ahsoka.
And what is that?
You,
The scene, like the set.
the chosen one.
It's the same
You have brought balance.
whatever.
And the music.
This world. Stay on this path, and you will do it again for the galaxy. But beware your heart.
There. Yeah, that's not a warning. What? What the hell does that mean, beware my heart? And of course, you're just setting him up for failure. Just be careful about your heart. I don't know, man. I think this guy could have handled shit better, and I know he knows he could have too, because he all but said, like, I screwed up. So now what happens? What happens to this place? I mean, in our mind, it was kind of destroyed. I'll play that last little bit here. Everything kind of falls apart. They wake up in the ship. And it's all a dream. No, it's not. Who killed JR? No.
Maybe it's in the same galaxy as Peridia.
See? That's what I'm thinking.
General Skywalker, come in.
All right, we're done. So yeah, Mortis Arc. Clean it up. Do you have something to share with the class?
No, just something my daughter sent me.
Oh, okay.
Well, she sent me, she goes, well, I seen this in a post in Reddit, and she said that the guy who made this poster, he usually sells it on this website. And so I got all excited, and so I was looking, and it's not on there yet.
Wait, during the show right now?
Huh?
During the show right now?
What?
You were looking at that?
You're damn straight I was.
That's funny.
I want that poster.
Clearly. And you
There
won't
are some Revenge of the Sith posters on there done by various artists, but not that one. And
that
I
one's
want
pretty slick, man.
I want that one.
I like that one. All right. So we have that final scene there on Mortis. It's the same like configuration as what we saw at the end of Ahsoka, the last few episodes. They were having that duel there in I can't remember what the name of that place was, but on the planet. Just said it at the end of Ahsoka. What planet are they on?
Peridia.
Peridia. And you just said it. And of course, we have looks like the stone, imagery of the father pointing in a direction. And so we assume all of this that we talked about way back with Ahsoka, this is what we were talking about. For those of you that do not watch Clone Wars or have not, that's where all this came from. How important to the story of these three characters was this arc? Now keep in mind that as we stand, he doesn't know anything about what he saw for his future, Anakin. So is this a throwaway chunk of show? Just three that could be extracted and no one cares? Or do you think it's important?
What, that he doesn't remember, or
Just like, could we have done without this arc for the story of these three characters?
no?
No, because I think there's some good moments in there where we get to see some hints at what Anakin could have been if he were to maybe not have fallen to the dark side, and see, when he's kind of holding, I think it's episode 1, when he's kind of holding the son and the daughter, and he's
Mhm.
balancing both, right? I think there's some
Mhm.
good symbolism there, and
And that he was indeed the chosen one.
yeah. I mean,
Yep.
it kind of reiterates that. So no, I think this was very important for them all to remember. So
Yeah, just because you slip a few steps on your ascension to be the chosen one doesn't mean you're still not the chosen one. Let's see this real quick. I forgot about this here. You guys made me think of it. What? I don't know what's happening. Whatever. Play.
Guide now.
I don't like this. What have you done?
I have done nothing. I am merely letting the will of the Force take shape.
Where has he gone?
To the well of the dark side.
Okay, that's not what I was trying to play. What a waste of time.
let him cook.
Here we go.
Within this planet exists a place where all that is dark is channeled.
And
Dagobah.
how do I get there?
You cannot interfere.
The way I see it, if we were not supposed to interfere, Ahsoka and I wouldn't be here in the first place. Look after the ship. I'm going to find Anakin.
Okay.
Get it?
Listen. That dude loved his brother. I mean, this guy, he just told he just told the father to go F himself. You go do whichever you got to do, man. I'll be back. I'm going to go take care of my boy. Like, Anakin does not need a babysitter. In his mind.
But
I said in his mind.
yeah, in his mind. But Obi-Wan has always had that fear, because all through Clone Wars, there's Anakin's made some risky decisions in some of the stuff that he's done. And I think Obi-Wan has seen that and has had fear of, what could happen if, if there's somebody there if there's not somebody there to guide him or, monitor him, in a way, be his North Star. I mean, Padme, but she's not out on the field with him. Obi-Wan is Anakin's North Star, something that keeps him on the straight and narrow,
Mostly.
mostly.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's usually able to bring him back in, set him straight.
So Obi-Wan, says, "I failed you, Anakin," and all that stuff later on. But I don't think it's his failure that he's feeling. I think I'm with you. Like, he knows Anakin isn't maybe the best decision maker still. And it really is a genuine concern for Anakin. I don't think it's concern for the universe. I don't think it's concern for his reputation as a master. I think it's 100% like my brothers. I gotta check up on him. I gotta make sure he's good, because what you've done, I don't know that he can handle that. You ever had a boss tell you, like, yeah, let's not, maybe you shouldn't work on that project? Mm-mm. Like, I've never had anyone tell me, don't, you're not ready for this. I've realized myself I haven't been ready for something, but I've never been told no. And I think that's what Obi-Wan made him such a good master, was he gave him enough slack to make the mistake.
Well, and we all make mistakes. No,
Sure.
I've made a ton in my 61 years. Yeah. But sometimes I think, well, if this hadn't happened, then this wouldn't have happened. It destiny, fate, whatever you want to call it. I mean, I'm not the chosen one.
Yeah.
But still, the choices you make sometimes may not be for the best at that place in time, but somewhere down the road, it comes back and kind of teaches you. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, totally. No, and you'll have those moments where immediately you're like, damn, that was the right decision. And then 4 months later, you're like, oh shit, this was the right decision. Like, it just varies. You're right. And at some point,
there's times where, oh yeah, I'll fuck that up.
yeah, I still think that was a shit decision.
Exactly.
Why did I get that $20 tattoo on my shoulder? This still bothers me. Yeah. Nah, and and that's that fine line between regret. I'm sure Obi-Wan had some regrets, about what happened, but in the end, as he's standing there with Force Ghost Yoda and Force Ghost Sebastian Stan, I mean, not Sebastian Stan.
Oh yeah, baby, Sebastian Stan.
No, not Sebastian Stan. What's the guy's name?
Shaw.
Sebastian Shaw.
My boy Sebastian.
Obi-Wan was all happy, and he's back and this and that, but I don't know. And I feel like Obi-Wan really lost faith. And we see that in Obi-Wan, the series, where he finally loses, I think, all faith and hope in Vader, and that really sucked, man, because it was necessary, because that's what drove Luke, right? And I think that kind of plays into what you're saying too. Like, you don't know at those moments a lot. You don't know what happens later on is an effect of that one moment. I decided to have Cam on the show one time, and here he is.
He still regrets it to this day.
No regrets, no raggets here, man.
And then there's the decision to have me on this show.
Well, I didn't want to go there. Actually, and this was, I was trying to tell you,
cannon. She's using she's dropping F-bombs everywhere.
I know. Well, and because you've loosened up the ship, got S's and F's and D's just falling. Wait, that was gonna come out wrong too. I feel like we've been on for 2 hours. It's been 1 hour and 10 minutes. We've covered a lot, though, in an hour and 10. I'm not saying we're done quite yet. We're almost done, though. Debbie will be very happy about tonight.
Yeah.
I know. I wanted to pick up on Ahsoka. We haven't talked about her at all in this show. But in this episode, it was almost like Obi-Wan was like, stay and guard the base, and we'll go out and do all the real work. And then Ahsoka took it upon herself, to disable the ship, but it was Obi-Wan saying, hey, make sure they can't take off, stall, whatever. And she disabled the ship. But really, like, that was all really, to me, in that episode that she contributed.
But her
And I'm-
episode was the second episode.
Yeah, but that was pretty cool, though. Like, seeing her all like, "Grr." She looked kind of scary. She reminded me of those stupid Beanie Baby things with the big ass eyes. I hate those things, man. Every time I get into, like, Michael's has like it shot big old kiosk with full of them, just staring at you with them big ass eyes. So yeah, Ahsoka wasn't a big deal in this episode. You're right. The first episode, would that have been more Obi-Wan? Did they do something like that for each?
No,
He
not
no.
not Obi-Wan. No, it was mainly Ahsoka and mainly Anakin with
Yeah.
Ahsoka thrown in there because of the daughter.
Yeah.
And that's why, she will always have part of the daughter in her. That's why the owl, what's the owl's name? Starts with an M.
Archimedes. No.
No.
That was Sword in the Stone. That was
Anyways, that's why the owl is always around.
I didn't even consider that. So how old is Ahsoka? I feel like if this is a piece of her, that there would be maybe some longevity added to her lifespan because of the Force, whatever that came from the daughter. I don't know how long her species lives, period. But I would think at this point she's got to be 40, 50 years old in the Ahsoka series, right?
No clue.
Yeah. All right. Awesome. Way to kill a conversation with a question.
I could have made something up, I guess.
Yeah. No, that's
man,
Zane.
she's only 30. She's only 25.
Oh my gosh. So we talked about Kathleen Kennedy tonight, and that was a big disappointment that no, she will still be at Disney tomorrow. Or over Star Wars tomorrow, or Lucasfilm. We talked a lot about this episode. I really liked it. I thought it was really well written, directed, etc. The depth of the scenes forced me to go deep on this show. So my apologies. It's like the deep shows, we don't goof off, and so we're done quick. I don't know what to tell you guys. What did we not talk about in our thing before we hang it up? Dude, we talked all this stuff.
Yeah, we talked most of the Star Wars news.
Yeah. Well, that's easy.
Andor, I mean, we covered it all.
Damn. Well,
We were very efficient tonight.
we were efficient. This is what happens when Dana's in a mood.
The episode that Zane and I ran, we were out of here by 9:05. So.
What about next week?
And we were absolutely dialed. I told you, brother, I'm out sick next week. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to bring it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, you guys were doing the comic episode next week.
I think he's lying, Debbie.
What?
Well, I know it was talked about, and I was like, well, I don't know how you would do. Somebody would have to put together a slideshow of comic panels, and I don't know how you would do that on.
I don't know. You guys are acting like this is like a full-fledged real show. With
Well, I don't know. I mean, it was
think
an
you're
idea, which I have no problem with, but it was just like, okay, I don't even know what comic they were going to do.
Yeah, because the fact that we can't like just pull it up and go through it, kind of just it's pretty lame. That was my recommendation. But.
What I hear is that we're gonna have some shorts coming from Cam later.
Sorry, I think I'm sick next week.
You think you're sick?
Yeah.
All right.
A nice,
we
a
will.
nice steak would really kind of nice steak. Some invite to this really nice house. I could probably have it in me to, carry the show next week. You know what I'm saying?
You could send my steak in a cooler.
Yeah. Come on, Dana. What are we doing here, brother?
I made my
because
I like
grandma-
mine well done. Thank you very much.
Whoa.
Damn.
Whoa. I don't know how to do that.
I do not want it mooing at me. I'm sorry.
I
We'll
don't
just-
know how
we'll
to
just
cook
send
a
you
well-done steak.
We'll just send you brisket, Debbie. How's that sound?
That's fine. Brisket's good.
No, I want a steak.
Oh, you need some Texas
You're eating-
brisket.
You're eating beef jerky.
Oh, I
Brisket's
can't
good.
eat jerky.
I guess that's it, man. Now I feel like we're just wasting time. We won't waste anybody else's time. We'll just go ahead and
Debbie
He done.
Downer.
I
It's
know.
not even Debbie. Oh my gosh. Debbie Downer. Perk up, Doc.
I know
hell's
she's
going
gonna
on,
be
Mike?
like, it's early and I'm wired and I can't go to sleep. That's gonna be Debbie in the next 20 minutes. She's like, I didn't get all of that energy out. He didn't even go to
No,
9:30.
I see now I can go out and get my nicotine. And then I can go have my midnight snack.
Debbie
And
on the
then
Zeds.
Then I can watch Tracker or Watson. I haven't decided which one I want to watch first. That's on
I have
Paramount.
zero plans after the show at night. I get on the Discord, we goof off and then hang it up. That's the evening. Oh, and for those of you listening, yes, come join our Discord. We're always doing stuff after the show on Discord, even if it's for 10 minutes. Come hang out with us
We're dialed.
until we start playing Rivals.
Yer.
All right. Just so that everyone knows, I don't think I made the announcement last week. And I feel bad, but Zane, you're not on the show. I don't know what to tell you. We had Zane's band released that first single called Favorite Color 2 weeks ago. They are mixing their next single right now, and I got a little peek at it, and oh my god, it sounds fantastic. Also, Dana and Zane are going to be performing First Friday downtown Bryan on a street corner somewhere, playing some guitar and singing some songs. So if you're in the Bryan area, First Friday, come check us out.
When?
Yeah, how about that? First Friday next
week?
Or next. Yeah, the next Friday. Yeah.
Oh shit!
So he was here this weekend, and we spent about 8 hours going through set lists and playing songs. And that's probably it. I'm just tired, man. I had a long time this weekend. That's hard work. So we'll be doing that. It'll be fun. I think now that's it. What do you got going on? You guys going to be talking what tomorrow night or Thursday night on Cantina?
Well, I'm pretty sure we'll probably talk about the Andor trailer, but our main focus will be on I can't say his name. Tartakovsky, Clone Wars, the micro series. Tartakovsky.
Oh yeah.
Gindi. They're like 3-minute episodes. It's a micro.
What are we talking? What is this?
The original Clone Wars.
Oh, the original Clone Wars anime. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh god, that Ventress one is my favorite.
So we're talking both seasons, since the episodes are so short. We'll be talking both seasons.
Yeah,
so that's what we're talking about.
Those. I like those. Those are fun.
I hated that they were 3. I think it was my son who told me about them, and I was like, okay, I'll sit down and watch them because I liked Clone Wars. And I sat down and I was like, I blinked and the episode was over with. I was like, what the hell?
I got 4 sips into my Dr. Pepper. Come on.
I was like, what was that? And I was like, are these all the episodes this short? And he goes, yeah, it was just a micro series. And I was like, well, that's just some bullshit.
Man, it was badass though. It was freaking awesome. I absolutely love that tiny series. And whenever they said the Clone Wars movie, of course, I was like, this is amazing. No, That's not the same thing. Okay. That was cool though. I really like those, and they were done by different folks. It reminded me a little bit of the Animatrix. Do you guys remember that? You wouldn't, Cam.
No, sir.
The Animatrix. Did you watch the Matrix when it came out, Debbie? Were you a fan of all that?
Oh, Keanu Reeves?
Yeah.
The first one, yes.
Yeah. So they had something come out after the first one. It was called the Animatrix, and it was a series of shorts, very similar, that were drawn by different artists and directed by different people. It was really good. I highly recommend it. If you like the Matrix stuff, go check out the Animatrix, and it's like an hour long or something. There's like 4 or 5 shorts, so more than 2 minutes. So, all right, Cantina Happy Hour and all the other stuff and things. Andrew, we hope you feel better, buddy.
Yes, sir.
And Zane, maybe we'll see you on the show sometime. But Cameron, thank you. Debbie, thank you. And Spooky Jawa, thank you. And Star Wars Nerd, thank you. And you know what we didn't get tonight? Janae.
She did like our video. I did see that.
Nice. But that's not in the show, Janae. Okay, that's okay. Wow, we had a lot of comments. Andrew, we said hello to you and goodbye to, and Spooky Jawa and Star Wars Nerd. And whoever else is watching, thank you all. We will see you all next week, where now apparently I have to come up with a frackin' show. Remember, kids, peace is a lie. There is only passion. Good night.
He's not salty.
Not at all.